Well, it's time for me to go on holiday again, but this time it's a little bit different. And because it's going to be a little bit different, it dramatically changes which watches I'm going to be taking with me. Hello, you're watching James. My name's James. You're watching me. And I am talking about watches. And yes, I'm going on holiday, but it's probably not so much of a holiday, more of a visiting family type sort of trip away. But during that trip away, I've also organised to do some catch-ups with people that I know, friends that I have that are also watch enthusiasts. And because I'm doing that, I'm going to be taking some watches to share with them. Partly because they're watches that I have that they haven't seen before and I want to share them with them. And partly because they've asked me to bring certain watches because they haven't seen them and they want to see them. So I'm taking more watches with me than I would normally take on a trip away. And I'm taking some different watches than I would normally take. So it's going to be a bit of a blend of watches that I want to have with me because I don't want to be without them. And also some watches from my collection that people just would like to get some hands-on experience with. So let me share with you these watches today, a bit of a different, interesting section of my collection, and perhaps you might find them rather interesting to see, as well as the people that are going to be seeing them when I meet up with them. Well, firstly, I'm going to be taking all my watches in my travel case here. Love this travel case. It has these little slip-in things which slip into there. Something that I use quite a lot and take 6 watches with me. So I'm going to be taking 6 watches with me on this trip. And the first watch that I'm taking is my new Wise Azura. This has only just entered the collection. I'm having a massive honeymoon period with this one. I love the design, the quality, the looks, and I'm just really enjoying wearing it. And I've got a few friends that desperately would like to see this one. So the Wise Azura is definitely coming with me. In fact, I might even wear this one on the plane as I travel because, oh yeah, I'm definitely in that honeymoon phase with the Wise Azura. Next is my Montblanc Nicolas Roussec, one of my absolute favourite watches of all time. And I'm taking it partly because people do want to see this one, but to be honest, I just can't go without this one for a week. So I'm definitely going to be taking this one with me. Now, a few people have asked about the full review about this one. It is coming soon. I'm just waiting on the original bracelet to arrive. In fact, it has arrived, but there's been a little bit of a problem with how it fit to one of the lugs. So I've had to send it back to Montblanc. Once it comes back again and it is back on this watch, I'm going to do a full review. That way I get to show you the watch on an original bracelet versus my Hamilton strap that I currently have it on. Yeah, I struggle not to have this one sort of nearby. I wear it all the time. I'm actually quite looking forward to doing that full review. I'm going to do a bit of a in-depth review of the Nicolas Roussec. I'm also still in a bit of a honeymoon phase with my Erebus Ascent, a watch that I think might be the best watch release of 2024. So I definitely want to be taking this one with me because I am wearing it all the time. But also, again, well, people that I'm going to be meeting up with, my friends who are also watch enthusiasts, are keen to see this one because being a micro brand, like any other micro brand, like the Wise there as well, it's not a watch that you often get to then come across. You can't then go out and see. So they are quite keen to see this one. I think they're pretty also quite keen to see why I am so enthusiastic about it and why I keep saying that it might be one of the best watch releases of 2024 and see whether or not they want to buy one for themselves. And I'm taking the Janot Silent Service for a couple of reasons. Firstly, it's a bit of a last hurrah for me for this watch, have a little bit more on-wrist time before it ends up leaving my collection, but also one of my friends in particular really wants to see this watch. He has a Janot himself, but he hasn't got the Silent Service and he wants to see whether or not he might want to own one of these. I certainly understand why he's considering buying one because it is an absolutely incredible watch. Lovely to wear, lovely quality, super, super well made. Just a beautiful watch to have in the collection. And I'm taking my IWC Spitfire, mostly because I don't like living without this one either. The Spitfire, as well as my Montblanc, are probably my most worn watches of the year, and I don't really want to be without this one for a whole week. So that's why it's coming with me. Also, I think there are some people that wouldn't mind having a bit of a look about this one. This is another watch that you don't often get to come across. For me, it is just my favorite IWC. In fact, one of my favorite watches of all time, something that I love to wear. So that's why this one's coming with me. It's almost my sort of go-to watch just to stick on. I wear this one multiple times per week. Absolutely adore my IWC Spitfire. And the last watch to come with me is a San Martin, another watch that I'm in a bit of a honeymoon period with. I've only had this one a few weeks and I absolutely love it. Love how thin it is, love that dial, love this bracelet. I'm just really enjoying it. But the primary reason I am taking this one is because, yeah, lots of people have had the same sort of thoughts about this one being a lovely looking watch and a possible option to own. So they want to see it in the steel as well. So I'm going to take this one so people can have a bit of a look at it and see whether or not they would like to add a San Martin to their collection. I actually think out of all the watches that I'm going to be taking, as I open up this watch case, this one might actually be the one that they gravitate towards first because they just want to check out this specific watch. So they're all the watches that I'm going to be taking with me and I'm going to be enjoying and I'm going to be wearing and sharing with my fellow watch enthusiasts. Love this collection and it is a really nice case. I do like this one. I'm so glad that I have this in my collection too. Such a nice thing to have and take with me to things just like this. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let's move that aside and maybe you could check out these videos next.